One of the most important things that I learned to stop spending money on was OnlyFans and a whole bunch of drugs, bro. Like, once I stopped doing all them drugs and once I stopped spending money on OnlyFans, giving these girls all my money to just see a picture of them in a bikini, and once I stopped doing crack, cocaine, and all that stuff, like, my life turned around. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Campbell, and we're back with another video. Now, first and foremost, if this is your first time on my channel, I ask you to do me a favor. Please hit that subscribe button as well as turn on that notification bell where you're notified anytime that I drop some content. And while you're at it, please leave a like down below. The algorithm helps my channel continue to grow and it pushes my content out in front of more and more people. And if this isn't your first time on my channel, I just want to say welcome back to the trenches. It's your boy Demetrius reporting live, and I got some great content for y'all today. So from the outside looking in, if you didn't really know me or my situation, you probably assume that I had my stuff together financially since like the year 2018. Well, if that's your assumption, then you're wrong. Preface that by saying I wasn't broke in 2018. I had some good income coming in, but I wasn't the smartest with my money, so my money was coming in, a lot of it was leaving out as well. I didn't learn how to properly manage my money up until like earlier this year, maybe late last year. In this video, I'm gonna share some tips, ideas, and just share my experience on things that I no longer spend money on or things that I no longer purchase or buy to save money. And hopefully I inspire you to stop spending senseless money on things that you don't need or that you don't use so that you can watch those funds stack up. You'll be thanking yourself for it in the future. Now, first things first, one of the biggest things that I had to learn and I had to stop purchasing was shoes. Shoes and clothes. I think those two go hand in hand. To be honest with you, I probably haven't purchased a pair of shoes or clothes for myself in years. A lot of the shoes and clothes that I am purchasing are usually just workout stuff. If it's not anything that I can work out in or something that I can pretty much wear on a day-to-day basis, I no longer purchase it. I no longer purchase things for a certain occasion or for the purpose of wearing them just like one time. So let's say, for example, if it's like a dress shirt or a suit or anything else, if this isn't something I can get multiple wears and uses out of, at this point in my life, it's just not important. Now, as of late, I have recently kind of started trying to build up my closet again, but it's been very minimal. I took 5 or 6 years off completely of buying shoes and clothes because it helped me save more money. I'm not trying to portray an image and look so cool and look like I got it. Like, I don't want to look like I got the bag. I want to have the bag. And that's just between me and a lot of other people. I don't want to look rich. I don't want to look like I got it. I don't want to look like I got everything together unless I actually do. And so that was something that led me to saving a lot of money, because if you're not sure, just take a scroll on StockX, Go, even eBay. For a size 13 sneakers and some of the shoes that I like, some of the off-white Jordan sneakers and stuff like that, those shoes are extremely expensive and you can spend up to a couple $1,000s, up to even $10K on a pair of sneakers. And for me right now, that just wasn't important to me. I wanted to build my financial profile. And I know buying shoes, clothes, and things like that just weren't important enough to me at that point in my life. So not buying shoes and clothes is definitely saving me hundreds to thousands of dollars each year on just not making purchases on things like that. Plus, at the end of the day, I'm an old head. If you really know me, I'm an old man. I do not go outside. All I do is work out. I be low-key. I be ducked off. I handle business, and that's that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even go outside. So what's the point of me trying to have all these things that I'm not gonna wear? Another thing that was pivotal and like super important for me saving money was to stop buying fast food. Now, this plays a couple parts into my life. For one, I used to be extremely overweight. I used to be very heavy. Buying fast food not only was making me broke, but it was making me fat and depressed as well. So the minute I stopped buying fast food, I realized how much money I was saving. You might think it's only $10, $15 here, $10, $15 there. That money slowly but surely adds up. Somebody like me, for example, just getting like a meal from Wendy's or McDonald's, whatever, fast food meal, yeah, it's about 10 to 12 bucks. Not too bad, right? What happens if you're ordering that food even just twice a day? That's $24 a day. You do your math, that's how much money you're spending a month. You're spending $672 a month on fast food alone. Now, obviously, that's a little drastic to think that somebody could possibly be ordering fast food twice a day, 7 days a week, but you just never know. But I know that there were times when maybe I would only order it once a day, but I was spending maybe 30 bucks. Maybe twice a day, and I maybe only spending 20 bucks. But eventually, that stuff adds up. You have those rare cases where you order on DoorDash, you spend $50, $60, $70, you're not even paying attention to it. So for me, that was a huge thing. And I think it got bad for me last year in 2020 during the pandemic. When everything was shut down, I was just killing DoorDash and Uber Eats, which led me to being one of the heaviest weights in my entire life. And not only that, led to me being depressed and also just wondering like, damn, where did all my money go? And you look at your bank account history and you look at your statements, you're like, damn, I spent a lot of money on food. Another thing, subscriptions. Apple will literally take money from you, and like I'd have to like go back and look like what the heck I didn't have a subscription for. So now when I scroll through my iPhone, I don't have subscriptions to anything. I don't pay for anything monthly. Because even if it's $10 here, $20 here, whatever, that money also adds up. And it's money that I just don't need to spend, because majority of the time I don't really use apps. I barely get on social media and they're free. What I look like paying for an app when I know I don't be on my phone like that. Like I'm not a heavy person on my phone. If I am on my phone, I'm either looking up something that got to do with like YouTube, making money, fitness, things that I actually care about, that I'm passionate about. I pay for Netflix, and at first that was a bad investment for me because I hadn't watched Netflix in years, but I've gotten around to doing it, so it's not such a waste of money. But things like Hulu, I don't use Hulu. I pay for Amazon Prime because I actually use their service and subscription. But a lot of things I was paying for just weren't important to me. There's a point in time when I was really into gaming and stuff. You talking about subscriptions, I was spending maybe $100 to $200 a month just subscribing to people on Twitch. That's ridiculous to me. Like now looking back, can I afford it? Yeah, I can afford it. Can't watch that many people all at once. I can't support that many people all at once. And for me, it just doesn't make much sense to be spending so much money on subscriptions that I'm not gonna fully benefit or utilize from. If you fall in that category where all these things are important to you, then just disregard that information. But for me, the subscriptions and stuff just weren't important to me. Another huge thing in my life that I've saved money on was video games. I used to be a gamer. I was deep in. I used to wake up, brush my teeth. I wouldn't even work out. Like I would literally just be a gamer. I was so deep in. So I'm not only buying video games, I'm buying virtual currency. I'm paying for my service to play online each and every month. I'm paying for it, helping my little brother. I'm doing all types of stuff just on the video game, purchasing stuff. Oh, new battle pass, let me buy this. Oh, a new skin, let me buy this. Oh, 2K, let me get some VC. Like that stuff also adds up. You're spending over $100 on a game. And granted, I've been blessed. Like SJ, like she was buying me 2K pretty much every year. So I was blessed in that regard. Like she would buy me 2K and she would buy me VC every year because she knew it was something I was passionate about at that time in my life, as well as it was right around my birthday, so it was like an early birthday gift pretty much every year. But aside from that, I just spent a lot of money on gaming, and now looking back, I thank God that I gave up gaming over a year ago. Now I literally have not touched a video game console, controller, or anything in so long because it's just not important to me anymore. And that's something that's also paid huge dividends in my life. Playing video games was an escape for reality for me, but that escape from reality also led to me being depressed and overweight because I was so caught up in just playing the game that I wasn't handling my business, and I missed out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of money. So once I gave up gaming, my life turned around, my finances completely turned around. And that's something that's also, I know for a fact, saved me at least a couple $1,000s a year. Car insurance, another huge thing I save money on. I know probably some police watching something like that, you think, hold on, you live in Florida. It's illegal for a driver to not be insured in Florida. Slow your roll, cowboy. I know what you're thinking, like you the police, I get it, you the feds. I'm not incriminating myself. I pay for insurance. But instead of paying for insurance services from month to month, I paid 6 months off in advance. I saved so much money. So now I spend $1,400 to $1,300 every 6 months. That's a huge difference. Would you rather spend $4,000 an entire year on car insurance, or only pay it twice and spend about $3,000? Well, even under $3,000. You save a lot more money in the long run. Just paying off your insurance premium in advance and not having to worry about it. It just hits worse coming out your bank account every month. So for me, that's something that's also helped me save a lot of money. And last but not least, credit cards. Credit cards give us a false sense of reality. It makes us think that we have money that we really don't, and it creates debt for us. So for me, I was just swiping my credit card because I could, because I know my balance, I know I paid it off, I'm good to go. And I encourage you to have credit cards because, again, those on-time payments and that credit utilization, those are things that will definitely boost your credit score. But be smart, be responsible. Don't use it if you don't necessarily have to. Now I only use my credit card on like gas and like small things from month to month. You know, I don't justify making large purchases or putting myself in debt. I don't believe in creating unnecessary debt. So for me personally, not using my credit cards as much, it just saved me a lot of money. And that's also something that's helped me be just more financially responsible and also not spending money that I don't have. At the end of the day, we have to be responsible. Using websites like Klarna, ShopPay, Affirm, I think those are all great services, but it gives you a false sense of security, a false sense of income. It's making you're splitting things up into payments, right? It sounds like a great idea, but you're pretty much buying things at the moment that you maybe can't afford. I just don't believe in creating more debt for myself. I got enough bills, I got more than enough people to take care of. That's just one thing that's just not high on my priority list. Oh, and I almost forgot. One of the most important things that I learned to stop spending money on was OnlyFans and a whole bunch of drugs, bro. Like once I stopped doing all them drugs and once I stopped spending money on OnlyFans, giving these girls all my money to just see a picture of them in a bikini, and once I stopped doing crack cocaine and all that stuff, like my life turned around. head ass. You already know I don't even play. She already know I don't believe in none of that stuff. Definitely ain't doing no drugs, and I'm definitely not giving a thought my money, bro. Hell no. But that pretty much wraps up today's video. I just wanted to share with you some advice and some tips from me and what I typically do to help me save money. And these are things I had to learn in time. You know, these aren't things that come overnight. Again, if these are things that you choose to spend money on and it works for you, your budget, and your situation, I don't want you to take offense to this video whatsoever. This is just me again sharing my experiences. Even if you want to spend your money on coke and weed and alcohol and OnlyFans and prostitutes, and if that's what you want to do, you want to trick, go be my guest. Go ahead, trick daddy. For me, it just don't work for me, my budget, what I got going on, the people I have to take care of. You know, so I got more important things to do, so it's just not on my list of priorities and on my to-do list. But if you found this video entertaining, informative, educational, or you liked it in any way, shape, or form, do me a favor. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, as well as turn on that notification bell to be notified anytime that I drop some content. And while you're at it, please leave a like down below. It helps the algorithm, as my channel continue to grow, and it pushes my content out in front of more and more people. I know I say this at the end of every video. I love those who love me. That don't mean I love everybody, because if you ain't got no love in your heart for me, I got no love for you. But I love those who love me. So those who continue to watch my videos, continue to support me, continue to DM me, all that stuff, I see it all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all bite at the next video.